Hello and welcome back to DragonAge Origin. We are in Orzammar and we have to talk to Lord Harriman and take care of this whole political mess that is going on. And find out more. So let's do that.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harriman, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against the blight.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harriman cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
What do you want me to do? Denounce Balin publicly?
If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harriman's name.
I see.
Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harriman's best fighters into stepping down.
So, do you want me to find out why your fighters dropped out?
That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed. If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm.
And this is to be your king. One who cannot keep his own men from running like frightened children.
Lord Harriman does not use threats or intimidation to motivate his men. He leads by example.
Ah, I see. So it's his example they follow as they cower from this Prince Balin.
How dare you slander Lord Harriman?
Why should we ally ourselves with someone too scared even to grant us an audience?
Oh, you'd be nervous if someone was out to get you.
I suppose not everyone can face death as undaunted as an Antivan, it's true.
Then you agree to fight in Harriman's name. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harriman would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I don't really want to start picking sides.
Then I'm afraid your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Harriman cannot risk his life working with someone of unproven loyalties. If you change your mind, let me know. The proving is this afternoon, and Lord Harriman could certainly use you on his side.
Well, I first kind of want to find out what else is going on. Maybe I get a little more of the bigger picture, and then we'll see how we decide and with whom we align ourselves. Okay, dwarven armor.
You must be under great strain with the blight upon the land. I will pray to the stone for you.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
No, you cannot. Okay. We still had a couple of things that I need to check out here, and then we may have to make a decision.
Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Balin's colors.
How is it the dwarves...
As you say.
Let's enter the royal palace. Okay. Honestly, not looking too impressive if you ask me, but... Oh god. What's that?
It will be done.
What? What's going on here?
Let us end this quickly!
Oh, this should be good.
I hope I don't get blood all over me. For you now!
That's it!
Ooh, nice swing. Take that! I think that's all of them, yes?
Going on?
Thieves?
By the ancestors. Good. Thanks again, Warden.
I mean, why do you have people getting in here? What's going on? I'm so confused. So confused.
It will be done.
But there's loot, so I'm okay with that. Dwarven War Axe. Ooh. Many of King Andron's belongings have been rushed into storage, including trophies of his long reign. Among the boxes is a small glass phylactery. The area is unnaturally cold. Dark shapes swirl around a slip of paper within the vial. Take the vial. The glass fractures at your touch. Great. Oh boy.
Now you see true power!
Maker!
I still remember my first battle.
You want to die, don't you? You shall not touch me! I will not
Okay,
fall!
this is not good.
There is no hope for you now!
Ah, this really gets the blood pumping. Ooh, now the fun part.
Is your time to die?
It feels like Zevran is just missing
No
over and
mercy.
over.
Let's
Killing
have
yourself
at it.
would have more dignity, no? Shame.
Another battle, I see.
Very well.
No mercy. Ooh, now the fun part.
Glory!
You have forced my
I hope I
hand!
don't get blood all over me again.
Oh, don't hit me.
Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
Let's make this quick!
Ouch. That's
You
not
do
good.
not fight as poorly as you smell.
Oh, I wanted to... I clicked on the drinking thing, but it didn't do the drinking thing.
Stop your drooling and save some dignity, fool. Fall!
I love this game.
Run while you can.
Nagale.
Go down!
Is your time to die?
Invigorating that was.
Okay, that was interesting. Oof, let's take an injury kit. Health put to Winter Shield. Black vials, okay. Maybe else I can use the shield? Let's see. Oh, he does not have enough strength. It's not better anyway. Okay, so that happened. Definitely will have to read about the black vials.
Of course.
Love letter and dwarven armor. The codex update. Okay. That was certainly interesting. But it seems like there's nothing else here. So, let's leave again. I like that nobody really cares that we had thieves jumping in here, a revenant appearing out of nowhere. Just the regular stuff, you know? Nothing to worry about. Let's enter the Chamber of the Assembly. Haven't been there either. There is Varrick.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Varrick Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
You know who I am?
It would be hard not to notice the Grey Warden and his eclectic entourage. I hear you seek the aid of Orzammar's finest.
I need aid against the Blight. Oh well, let's play the treaty card.
Ah, ancient documents indeed. These were signed in the reign of Eithnar Bimo, Paragon and King. That was 16 generations ago. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Can I talk to Balin?
You must understand, Harrimont hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper.
I thought King Andren himself supported Harrimont.
That hurts worst of all. That Harrimont would take advantage of the dying king's delirium to plant such poisonous suspicions against his own son. After that, you understand why Balin cannot
I don't trust
the word
this
of a
guy.
stranger, however reputable that stranger might be. Would you be willing to prove that? Harrimont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrimont's deception, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
What kind of evidence?
Harrimont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Harrimont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrimont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
Where did you get these notes?
That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your treaty.
Mm-hmm. Isn't there someone you could report him to?
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Harrimont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
That does not sound... He'd hold a distant relative over his duty.
I guess I can't expect you surfacers to understand the importance of family in Orzammar. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it?
I'll think about it.
Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
I don't like this guy. I don't like the tone he speaks to me.
The assembly is
As
in
you
session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the Assembly, I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Jeez. Everything is in chaos here. I guess I will align myself with Harriman. I don't trust this guy. I mean, I don't trust either of them, but...
Do you see how things lie, Warden? Lord Harriman cannot trust you unproven, but he welcomes a good faith gesture.
Tell me about the provings.
The provings are how our ancestors show their judgment, pitting body against body in a ring of scared stone. Everyone in Orzammar accepts that judgment.
Who's fighting for Balin today?
The usual. A couple of Idukans, some Gavorns. He has many men lined up, but not all of them are top-ranking. Piotin Idukan and Wojciech Ivo are his best. They're both unpredictable, and some of the best fighters Orzammar has seen.
How well do you know Lord Harriman?
I served under General Harriman for 3 years. Under his command, every dwarven life is important. He would not waste even a single soldier. He's the king Orzammar needs, especially in a blight. Balin would call any fight a victory so long as he remains standing.
So what did you ask me to do again?
Balin is hosting a proving tournament to honor his father's memory. But he somehow scared off most of Lord Harriman's fighters. If you can enter as Harriman's champion, you would prove your dedication well.
Well, I guess we'll do that.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harriman's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Beisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Okay. Let's do that. Let's go to the provings. What a mess.
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar,
Big
most likely to
political
pay respect to the
mess.
rightful king, Prince Balin.
Lord Balin is a bad man. Yeah.
Oh wow, he's a bad man.
Tomorrow. By Allah, holy son.
Okay, so we were at the proving grounds before, but just very shortly. What's going on here?
I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring
Who you
nothing
looking
bad happens. That no one decides to just
Guess I can't do anything
burn
about it right now.
everything in your store.
My store.
Not very promising though.
Such sinister glares do you a disservice, dear Morrigan. Yours should be a face that smiles.
Do tell.
Has no one told you? Perhaps that is not surprising, considering you have lived such a sheltered life. Were you a woman of the city, you would be accustomed to men showering you with praise and gifts.
I know as much of men as I need to. I know when one is indulging in pointless flattery, for instance.
It is flattery only if I exaggerate the truth to please you. I am but stating a simple fact.
Tell me, does this work on other women?
I think any woman would like to hear the truth of how her beauty affects a man. Do you not?
I think that sort of manure is best reserved for farming.
One day you will realize that you have wasted your youth and beauty on bitterness and suspicion. Mark my words.
Remind me to bring you along if we go sailing. The hot air will prove useful.
As you say.
Oh boy.
Watch for Piotr Naidukin. He's won the squad combat 4 years running. He has 11 decapitations so far. He needs just 3 more for the 1-season record.
I guess you've watched a lot of the provings then?
Front row seats at every grand proving since my father took me on his shoulders. Name's Varrick. I got a controlling interest in a mine off the old Roostin Tig. But my backers know not to hand me a pick any day there's blood on the stone, if you know what I mean.
What are the rules?
They change from round to round. Sometimes it's bare hands, sometimes weapons, sometimes pairs or squads. It's announced when the fight begins. That's about all the warning anyone gets.
Okay. Have you ever fought in one?
Me? Are you out of your mind? I'm a miner, not a warrior.
So the proving's just a tournament?
Sure. Like King Endrin was just a noble. A proving is a sacred art. Any dispute brought to the proving ground is settled by the ancestors' decision, and no one can protest it.
Okay.
I'm telling you, Piotr will take the prize. You can put gold on it.
Yes. Someone is very confident. Beisel. Oh, now I can open these?
It will be done.
Oh, let's look around a little bit. We also have the tome that we still need to find.
I knew these secrets never.
Okay. They didn't want to talk.
Now we play a little.
Now you see true power!
Right then. On it.
He's still frozen.
We have nothing to talk about, Warden. I haven't done a thing. We have nothing to talk about, Warden. I haven't done...
A volume of the Shaper's history. Oh, there we go. He had the tome.
What do you need?
Didn't really want to talk to you. What's going on here? Greetings, I'm Thorin of the Grey Warden.
Don't take it personally. Hanashan's a member of the Silent Sisters. She doesn't talk to anyone.
What are the Silent Sisters?
They're an order of female warriors, founded by Astith the Grey, a woman of the warrior caste who first fought for women's right to be soldiers. When no one listened to her words, Astith cut out her tongue and dedicated herself to training until she won a grand proving bare-handed. The women who joined her order cut out their tongues in her honor.
Oh, who are you?
I am Ferindin. I serve as Hanashan's trainer and translator. As a Silent Sister, Hanashan cut out her tongue like the ancient paragon Astith the Grey. As you might imagine, she requires my services for more mundane tasks.
I guess. Whose side are you two on?
The Silent Sisters support the sitting king. They are loyal servants to the Idukans.
You should reconsider who you call king.
Your bravado is meaningless. When a Silent Sister fights, she doesn't do it with words. If you would back up your claims, enter the proving. The ancestors will show who they think is worthy.
I guess. Well, I guess I have to kill you then.
You looking at something?
I'm looking
Get
at
out of
you.
here.
Proving armsman.
Fine to see you here, Warden. A number of people have told me they hope to see you in the provings. It's a rare opportunity to fight against someone so exotically trained. In fact, a few were hoping you'd take part in some informal action.
Informal? You mean illegal?
Assembly restricted, not illegal. All that ritual lets nobles rationalize it's not a blood sport. They don't like commoners using the arena for petty squabbles. Some of us prefer an honest spectacle. And sometimes someone needs a good beating, and all that talking gets in the way.
Okay, what do you have in mind?
Say the word and I'll line up a team from one of the younger houses. They don't often get a chance to test themselves in the provings. They're a hungry bunch who employ unusual tactics. Understand that there's no concern for fairness here. Your battles will be hard won.
What do I get for it?
The younger houses are interested in unorthodox tactics. Many hire mercenaries to augment traditional strengths. Anything goes is a fair description. We give small payouts, maybe a bonus from time to time, but this isn't about money. It's about skill and the chance to show it.
I'll come back
I'll
later.
be here.
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before.
You don't get out much. I'm Thorin of the Grey Warden.
It's a pleasure. Sorry it can't be longer. Name's Guidon, and I just tendered my resignation. Somehow I don't think the ancestors will favor me today.
Why did you resign?
It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source Lord Harriman's already given up the throne. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes.
Harriman isn't conceding.
Oh? And where did you hear this? That's more reliable than a member of the Assembly.
I heard it from Harriman himself.
Well, that's not what I expected. I know Lord Harriman. He's an upstanding man. He'd never lie to someone's face. Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, I'll...
Go win big for a Harriman?
Maybe I will at that.
Okay. Russian.
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before my fight.
Okay. Beisel.
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me?
Who are you?
Why, I'm Beisel Harriman, but you know that. Why else would you... if you weren't looking for me, do me a favor and pretend I never said anything.
Did someone make you drop out of the Proving?
I left the Proving on my own business, and I have no intention of discussing it.
Well, if you tell me what's happening, I could help.
Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other.
I see, so you're afraid your affair will be exposed.
She's married to a prominent Desher's heir. We should have stopped a long time ago, but... I love her. Do you know what that's like? Now Balin found out, and I can't even help my cousin for fear he'll tell her husband.
What evidence does Balin have?
They have letters. Love letters Revelka wrote me. If they were
Found a
made
love
public,
letter.
she'd be disgraced. Her husband would cast her aside, and I would be lucky to be allowed to die in a duel.
I can get those letters back.
You'd do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her if I could. Balin's fighter Miaja has the letters. If you make sure she never shows them to anyone, I'll fight for Harriman again. But you need to find them quickly. Registrations close once the first bout starts.
So... Miaja. Okay. So I guess the love letter that I found was something else. There, Miaja. There we go.
This area is off limits. Combatants only.
I hear you've been threatening Harriman's fighters.
Is that an accusation? It's illegal to threaten proving fighters outside the ring.
Not helping them keep their dirty secrets, though. That's another story.
I'd like to see those letters.
I bet you would.
Just tell Beisel Harriman to fight.
Then you'll see them. On the front page of a broadsheet.
Come on, Luke John. We have a fight to prepare for.
What?
You are quickly overstepping your welcome.
Guess I didn't get them.
Yes. It will be done.
Maybe they are here. Oh. Beisel's love letters. Got them. Nailed it.
Very well.
Oh, that is
Guards,
Piotr.
remove this intruder.
That's the champion. Okay, let's go back to Beisel.
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found anything.
I have your letters here.
Where did you get those? No, I don't want to know. Just thank you. I can't say what it means to know my Revelka is safe.
Then you fight on the proving?
I will be glad to fight for Harriman in the provings. Thank you again, friend.
Nice. Okay. I think we are ready to enter the proving, but we will do that next time. Thank you all for joining me for today's episode of Dragon Age Origins. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel. That helps me out a bunch and will bring you more content in the future. I will be back with more Dragon Age Origins tomorrow. Until then, have a great time.